Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to Geo News. Dear viewers, today you will be surprised to know that in our studio we have invited a famous and popular English language trainer from Indian administered Kashmir, whose name is Mr. Danish Akram. Assalamu alaikum, Mr. Danish.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Dear viewers, today our guest is available for every question regarding linguistics. After some time, you will be given the opportunity to ask any question you want. So for that, please pen down our telephone number 09906580109. Let me repeat, 09906580109. Meanwhile, let him answer some important questions asked from different countries through an email. Well, Mr. Danish, here is the first question on the screen, which is asked by Muhammad Anas from Massachusetts, USA. He wants to ask, is there any difference between the languages of the world? And if there is, then which is the best language of the world to learn after our native tongue?
Bismillah. An important question asked by dear Anas from Massachusetts. Well, to answer this question, I would like to mention here that every language is reputable and important. But as we look at the rest of the things, we usually find a head. For example, in all the days of the week, Friday is the head of the days, yeah? But Christians believe that Sunday. Still, we all believe that there is a head in all these days. We have the head of the months as Ramadan. We have the head of the prophets as Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even when we look at the language from its minimal units, we find that the vowel is the head of the syllable. Free morpheme is the head of the word. Noun is the head of the noun phrase. Preposition is the head of the prepositional phrase. Verb is the head of the sentence. Yeah? In all these things, we find a head. Same happens here in different languages of the world. These old languages also have a head. Now we see that at the time of Islamic Revolution, Arabic was given the highest priority. At the time of French Revolution, French became an international language. But today it's believed that English is the international language, which has become compulsory for the people of the world in order to communicate. If we want to move to any country of the world, let any country, we cannot progress until we are able to communicate in English. Either we need to learn the language, the native tongue of the particular area, or the second option remains English. And it's very hard to learn all these languages of the world. Better is to learn English that can act like a passport to every country in every corner of the world. Yeah. On the other hand, I would also like to mention here that this is what majority of the people have decided. Otherwise, Islam doesn't appreciate majority if that majority is in support of reality. To be honest, there is a language which is selected by our Creator for His last and the final revelation, Quran. And that language is Arabic. Arabic, which is selected by Almighty Allah for this ummah so that we can learn our way of life. So this language will remain till the day of resurrection. This is the language in which you will be asked in the grave, Marrabuga, not in English. Because Arabic language has such potential that it can adjust in every situation and can face every linguistic challenge of every era. Unfortunately, majority of the people are scared of it. They are scared of it. And besides, I would like to say that in all these languages of the world, English is an international language, while as Arabic is a universal language. For more details, you can refer to my book, Arabic is the Universal Language. Hope the answer of the question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Danish. You are absolutely right. You mean to say that English is an international language, while Arabic is a universal language, means more powerful than English, which is really a fact. Now, here is a second question on the screen, which is asked by John Piaget from London, who wants to know what are the similarities and differences in English and Arabic.
MashaAllah, I got it, but it's a very lengthy question which needs a lot of time to elaborate. However, I will only give you a glimpse here so that you can understand. Yeah? Well, in all the languages of the world, three things are compulsory in every sentence, which are subject, verb, and object. Same does here in English and Arabic. The first similarity is that both of these languages have subject, verb, and object, but the difference is word order. As Arabic has the word order of verb, subject, and object, that means verb in the initial position, yeah? Secondly, the similarity is that both of these languages have tenses, but the classification of those tenses is different. English tenses are classified into three categories: past, present, and future, whereas Arabic tenses are classified into two categories: mazi and mudari, as the present and future are amalgamated here in mudari. Thirdly, the similarity is that both of these languages have tense forms, means the conjugation of verbs, but English has only four conjugative forms, which are present, past, past participle, and present participle, yeah? Whereas Arabic has the 14 conjugated forms because of being more elaborated language, yeah? Next, fourthly, the similarity is that both of these languages have affixation process. However, the difference is that English has only prefix and suffix, while as Arabic has three processes: prefix, suffix, and infix, while the morpheme is also added in the middle of the word. In short, there are many similarities and differences between Arabic and English, which are defined in detail in my next book, Comparison Between English and Arabic.
Fantastic and wonderful, Mr. Danish. We appreciate your contribution to linguistics. Now coming towards the third question on the screen. This is question which is asked by Said Murtaza from Rawalpindi, who wants to ask which language is compulsory for the Muslim youth of the world.
Barakallahu ta'ala fi ilmik. A nice question asked by Brother Murtaza. Well, to the best of my knowledge and experience, there are some Islamic jurists who have dealt with the fatwa of wajib on Arabic language. Like Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah in his book, The Necessity of the Straight Path, volume 1, page number 470. Yeah. The same was said by Imam al-Shafi'i, rahimahullah, Shaykh al-Bani, rahimahullah, etc. And we know that wajib and farz were considered as one and the same thing by these scholars. And we also know that the ruling on wajib is ma yuthabu fa'iluhu imtithalan wa yastahiqqu al-ikaba tariku. That following that wajib is awardable and leaving that wajib is punishable. Now, why these Islamic jurists consider as wajib? Why? On what basis? Well, it's actually a principle in usul fiqh. مَا لَا يَتِمُّ الْوَاجِبُ إِلَّا بِهِ فَهُوَ وَاجِب. That all those acts are also wajib, which are prerequisite for an already mentioned wajib. And we know that learning Quran and Hadith is wajib, which is impossible without learning Arabic language. In this way, Arabic is also wajib. Yeah. In addition to Arabic language, there's another language which has become important for Muslim youth to learn, and that's English. Because to the best of my knowledge and experience, until we wait for the Arabic language to be adopted by all the non-Muslims of the world, it would be too late to learn, it would be too late to give the invitation towards Islam. And I personally believe that it would be very hard for the great scholar of comparative religion, Dr. Zakir Naik, to achieve Shah Faisal Award without knowing English. Because majority of the audience understand only English. However, I'm nobody to deliver the fatwa of wajib on English. Let the Islamic scholars decide so.
Thank you very much, Mr. Danish Akram. Fantastic. Now coming directly towards our viewers who want to ask some important questions. Dear viewers, please get ready for your questions without wasting his precious time. We are going to receive your calls, but after this short break. Stay tuned with Geo News.